name is Devin, and I play the oboe, as you all know. I graduated from the Cleveland Institute of Music this past May, and before that I spent 7 years in New York City, where I graduated from the New School. So, I want to know how many people have actually been to a classical music concert? Okay, great. Can you tell me about your experience right here?
Oh, it's good, man.
Yeah? Yeah. New World Symphony. It's a good symphony. All right, another person? Anyone over here been to a classical music concert before? Yeah? To where? Oh, okay. Sure. Okay. It does. If it's classical music, it counts. Okay, so we're lagging here. I'm experiencing this PowerPoint drama here. So there's a lot of conversation in the classical music industry about how do we engage and cultivate newer generations of listeners of classical music? How do we update it? How do we present classical music to the world? Is it just classical? Is it just a concert? So the project that I'm launching in November is called Fresh Perspectives, and it's the result of me asking these questions. Fresh Perspectives takes place at Lab Studios by Glow, a 5,000 square foot warehouse in downtown Cleveland, and offers dynamic, equity-driven programming, pop-up art exhibitions curated by local artists, and an approachable yet sophisticated atmosphere. So, the series isn't just about music. It's an alternative model for how a contemporary society engages with classical music and art altogether. Fresh Perspectives offers a dynamic concert experience that fuses music, art, and the vibe of a diverse neighborhood bar. These elements work together to create a unique space that encourages discovery of new ideas and engagement with art and the community. There we go. But how do you cultivate new audiences of art when countless institutions have not appropriately captured the breadth of diverse individuals creating art today? In the classical music industry, large institutions are ignoring the music being written now, overlooking highly qualified graduates and artists who spend their every waking moment supporting the very institutions. Despite efforts to rebrand classical music for a younger audience, classical music looks about the same today as it did 100 years ago. But classical music has boundless potential for impact because it is influenced by so many different genres like jazz, hip-hop, rock and roll, and rap, spoken word, even world music. The most innovative musicians are exploring collaborations with different disciplines and experiment with technology, opening up the door to a multitude of artistic possibilities. So Fresh Perspectives will fill this gap in equity in the arts. We'll take risks. We will shatter the perception that classical music and art is for the elite. We will establish and sustain an equitable ecosystem in the arts so that new generations of artists have a platform to impact a new generation of art lovers. But this series isn't just about new music. Finding new contexts for classical music not only impacts a newer generation of music lovers, but it allows artists to dig deep, to find and reimagine classical music in a new contemporary context. I think this is the future of classical music. To give you a better idea of the types of events that will happen, here's a sampling of what is going to go on. November's launch concert, November 2nd, features music for instrument and electronics by 2 Latina composers and a composer from Cincinnati, 2 movements from a Bach solo violin sonata, and a new collaboration for oboe, electronics, and hip-hop dancer. This year, we'll also have opera, a Baroque orchestra, a trans cabaret performer, and music from emerging and established artists alike. So, Fresh Perspectives follows an artist-led model, and unfortunately my meme prematurely popped up here. But that is, artists drive the vision of this series, and that allows the freshest ideas to come to realization. This model has been adapted by galleries established by artists, and it will work for Fresh Perspectives. When you offer art programs that demonstrate equity in an effortless way, it welcomes both new and experienced audiences. I think this can be the new tradition for arts institutions around the world. There's no music series like this in Cleveland. Help Fresh Perspectives launch with the bang. I'm officially announcing this project Wednesday, so please follow this project on Facebook. I'm looking for sponsorships, partnerships, board of directors, so that I can ensure that this grows in a very impactful way. Thank you.